Hello and welcome to Opinions Plus. This video has to do with the current situation in Israel at this time, and it's basically on a superficial level because you can't really know what's going on. There's so much changing, so many dynamics. Those people who have studied the history of Israel starting in, I don't mean thousands of years ago, but it has some relevance. That's one of the big arguments about the Arab community, is that they own the territory before the Jews got on it. But, but all that stuff is just stuff. What people live it, they believe it, they live it, in their minds and hearts, and it never goes away. Crusades never die. But the situation with Hamas today should be no surprise. They talk about this intelligence failure in U.S. and Israel and around the world, apparently, because they're not the only two intelligence agencies working. But people don't critically think. They don't think about these situations. Anybody that would believe, especially in Israel, that they're just sitting there and, everybody's on their good behavior, well, they know they're not. They just get complacent, and they don't protect. They don't understand. They're not watching the borders as closely. They're not watching the hideouts and the storage facilities and the arms travel and the ammunitions flow and where the money's coming from and going. They're not watching as closely. They're doing other things. Well, why? Just direction, just the way things go. And there's a period of peace. They don't have that many suicide bombers. They don't have that many things going on like, 10, 15 years ago. My gosh, that's all there was. Everybody was blowing each other up, but especially the terrorist communities. They're always sending people over to blow people up. Things wind down. These Israelis put a big wall in. Big deal. They blew the wall. They parachute over it. They do all kinds of things. This is 2023. There's all types of power out there, all types of munitions, all types of drones and guided missiles and all kinds of things. Yet they didn't think that, potential for a catastrophic attack like that. Yeah, there were failures there. But it's a moral failure. It's a moral failure across the board. But especially in those people, the leadership or the people that support these type of horrible massacres, because that's all they are. They just shoot up people, take hostages, be as brutal and as vicious as they can be. I don't know the psychology behind that. It just seems to me all you're doing is creating more people that are totally against you. You're not going to win that way. You're not going to gain recognition for, the Arab community in the Gaza Strip and the Palestinians, because it's convoluted anyway. Are they Arabs? Are they Palestinians? What is the title? Why should they be represented? Why should they have rights? Why this? Why that? Arguments goes on. Protests in the United States saying, their support. They support the, the position, I guess, or the moral motivation of what Hamas did. There is no justification of that slaughter. Just using, and Arafat did that quite often. Went and killed school children. Just killed them. Horrible people. There's no honor. There's no decency. There's no redeeming quality to a person like that, yet they get to be recognized. But their core is hollow. Their core is empty. You know, I mean, and the Israelis have a history too. They were terrorists under the Brits. They bombed all kinds of places, killed all kinds of innocent people. You know, people who became prime minister were part of the terrorist organizations at that time. It's just the way things go. Do you honestly know why? How? It's beyond my pay grade. I just know that it's awful, terrible. These people have a hollowness in their hearts. It is not because they believe in God or, you know, because we're all God's children, but not according to them. There's hate. Hate blinds love. It just blinds it. Nobody is perfect. We are all humans. We are all we have failings, and there's nobody that can answer for that but ourselves. But we have hope to be better, to achieve more. Just like the Russians sending missiles over to Ukraine, killing that 51 people in that village. No rational. There's nothing there. When they firebombed Dresden back in World War II, thousands of people burned to death. You know, this is war. But it wasn't that long ago that civilian populations were off limit. There were rules in war. You did certain things in war, but you didn't do other things in war. But it started to change. Attitudes started to change. One of the changes happened in, the Civil War, when Sherman went out and, burned everything. Just destroy just a swath of destruction across Georgia. But it wasn't just there. They did it in Virginia. They did it in plenty of places. In Fredericksburg, when they came in, Lee was affronted, by this whole use against civilians. That's not honorable. Just not. Stonewall Jackson said what we have to do is just kill them, meaning the Yankees. That's all. That's the only answer. Kill them. Good Christian man. Believed in God. Very devout Christian person. Just kill them. World War I started more of that. World War II extended it. Civilian populations horribly, horribly affected. Hamas does that too. And again, like I said, the Israelis did that too when they were a terrorist organization, the Irgun. And the Haganah and other forces did it for whatever reason they thought was right at the time. And, you see the pictures of these guys jumping in back of pickup trucks and doing all kinds of stuff. Who's going to suffer? The innocents suffer. The innocents always suffer. Most of those leaders are going to get away with murder. They do it now, they do it again, that's just the way it is. Sadly, it's the way the societies work. You may want to get one or two of the bad guys, but the rest skate. The leaders, the planners, the motivators, they skate. The poor stupid bumblehead that wants to blow themselves up. I remember a cartoon when bin Laden was sending his terrorists out. Bin Laden's sitting in a cave, two terrorists walking out of the cave getting airplane tickets, bomb straps across their chest. One turns to the other and says, when's it going to be his turn? When's it going to be his turn? When are the leaders going to pay the price? People have to think. They have to push for honor, decency, love, agape, commitment to decency. It isn't just Hamas that does these atrocious things, although what they did in Israel a few days ago was just the same horrible things that they've done in the past, but only a bigger scale. Same like 9/11. They're still honoring it today. Why? Because the number of people that died. Why? Because there were 3 locations. Why? Why do we honor the dead? Why do we give glory to those who live and commit horrific things, do horrific things, in the name of whatever cause? One man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist. Just the way it is. Is it right, good, reaches any redeeming quality what the Hamas did? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's anything redeeming about it. Those people that killed others, innocents, are horrible people. I don't care what their motivation is. They know what's right and wrong. They wouldn't want their families to suffer. Are there alternatives? That's hard to say. It's a strange world. But the killing goes on. But we have to do better. People have to do better. Honor our system. Honor, respect each other. Grow. There's a hell of a lot of stuff out there that's just atrocious. Wrong. Dead wrong. Mens rea. Just wrong, morally. You know it. They know it. Everybody knows it. Whether they push it in the back of their minds, push it in the back of their souls, I don't know. But people do some terrible things in their lives. It's a sad but true situation. No answers here. But it's no surprise that they did it. And there's no surprise the retaliation is going to be horrible. And it's no surprise that people are picking sides, of course. But in all that, strive to go to the good. Strive to see where the good is. Strive. If it's cloudy, strive harder. But strive. Thanks for listening. If you value some of these opinions, hit the subscribe button or the like buttons or whatever buttons there are, but comment. Your comments have value. Share them. Thank you.